Hey guys, welcome back. Joseph Bowler here, and today I've got a 2009 Chevy Malibu here, and as you can see, that's the low beam, there's the high beam. The low beam on the left-hand side is out. I'm going to take you through how to change out a headlight bulb on one of these Chevy Malibus. While I get everything set up, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, hit the notification bell if you have. Please don't forget to rate it when you're off when it's all over with, and as always, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to post in the comment section. I'll try and respond to them as quickly as possible. I got it up on the lift. I pulled the front tires off because GM in their infinite wisdom gave you no access point through the engine compartment. So you actually have to remove the rear bumper, remove the headlight assemblies to change the bolts. So, taking the tires off to get them out of the way, we've got all these trim clips that hold the inner fender to the bumper. You need to pop these out because this inner fender piece here, this piece right here will come out independently of the rest. I work my way over to the other side. I'm going to take all of these screws across the front of the underside of this bumper out because that attaches the bumper cover here to this plastic down here. So I'm going to take all of those out, and then we'll get all of the clips on the inside over here. These are all 7mm except for this Phillips right here. There's a hole right here. In that hole, that needs to come out. I'm just going to rotate that back there, out of our way. I'm going to go over to the other side. I'm going to pull the other side back just like this. Be right back. On the other side, there's also a 10mm up here that needs to be removed. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. It's hard to see, but right up there is another 10mm that needs to come out. We're going to get that. There. That'll release that corner of the bumper, and then these tabs here lock it in. We're going to also unplug our fog light. Just tuck that up out of the way. Now, go to the other side and do the same thing. Here again, we've got dirt and crap falling off. And then right here, our other fog light plug in. Oh, there we go. All right. Now we should be done down below. I just swept this floor this morning too. That's a sad part. We have all these clips that run right along through here, and a couple of bolts that we need to remove that actually hold the front bumper cover up to the front of the car. Just like this, very gently work the front bumper loose. You gotta kind of lift up, and it'll slide out. Make sure you don't have any other sensors or anything else plugged in on the back side of it. And you can set the whole front bumper cover off to the side. Okay, so our driver's side's the one, this bulb is the one that's out. So in order to get this headlight assembly out, we need to remove this screw and this screw right here, or bolt, whatever you want to call them. 10 mil. And then you can remove the whole headlight assembly, just like that. And as you can see, everything's still plugged in. I don't see any gnawed, chewed wires. If you need to, you can unplug the headlight assembly over here. But we're just going to remove this bulb. Just about an eighth of a turn, pull it out. Yeah, I'd say she's seen some better days. And this is an H11. Oh, there's our issue. Okay, let me show you this. Here's why this headlight quit working. I don't know if you can see this side of this plug-in, how it's all melted. So, that'd be why that headlight quit working. The bulb looks a little rough. I think the bulb was probably going out and drawing too many amps and it overheated the plug-in. So, I'm going to call and see if I can get a new wiring harness that goes from this side over here, that connector, all the way across the back of this light. And that way I can replace that plug-in. So let me make a phone call and I'll be back when we get some parts. So I just showed you the issue with this pigtail, how that's melted. So, couldn't get a new wiring harness for the whole light. So I called one of my local parts suppliers, and he sent me out a standard S553, which is a pigtail for an H11 bulb. So, as you can see, same setup. The only difference is this one's a 3-wire, this one's a 2-wire. Now, with the 3-wire, you've got your yellow, which is your incoming low beam power, and then your black that is going out, which should be your ground, and it is daisy chained over to the side marker light over here. So we're just going to tie the two blacks together because they're actually both tied together in this pigtail anyway. So, real quick, I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. And you could butt splice this. I'm actually going to solder these, get a better connection, hopefully keep some of the heat down, and less chance of having to deal with moisture intrusion issues or anything else in the future. Get those two stripped back. Twist them up. And then we're going to go ahead and clip these off. I'm going to try and clip them all so they're roughly the same length. I'll take my two blacks. One more. Take two black wires. We're going to twist their ends together. And the yellow, we're just going to get him twisted up so that you know what to deal with. Now, anytime you're soldering wires, it's always good. You want to heat shrink them when you're done. And this is some marine grade heat shrink from Harbor Freight. This stuff works great. It actually has an adhesive, a waterproof adhesive built into the inside. So you don't need to use it, but in the long term, there's a good chance it'll save you a headache. Now, you don't need to use a full tube on each one. So just use a razor blade or a pair of wire cutters to cut off what you need. Our heat shrink over our connectors, or our wires, excuse me. Now, real simple. Black goes to black. And our purple and our yellow go together. Just like that. Now, soldered up. There we go. One done. There we go. Slide our heat shrink right down over top of them. Just like that. Now with the marine grade heat shrink, you just want to heat it up until you see the glue ooze out from underneath, and that means it's sealed. See, there it goes. Let the heat gun cool down, and we're ready to reinstall a bulb and a headlight. We've got a brand new H11 bulb. We can get a little dielectric grease down in there on the pins, gently. And we can plug it in. It only plugs in one way. There we go. And we'll put it in the headlight lens. It's time to put it back in the car. Plug in our wiring harness. We're going to line up our alignment pins here to make sure that. Now, before we go any farther, I'm going to turn the headlights on. I want to check and make sure. Hey, we got some crap on it. Clean that off. Check and make sure that they work. Okay, so we got low beam, which we didn't have before, so we're good. install the front bumper cover. I'm going to gently slide it in, being careful not to miss the paint. And lift up on that. Just got to go up and over, and then it'll drop down. Finger out of the way. Everything lines up. It's nice in the correct spot. You gotta make sure you get these lined up and back in place where they're supposed to go on both sides. Right. Easier said than done one-handed. There we go. Okay. Whoop. Now once we get up in the air, we can get the bolt, the two 10mm bolts in. And remember, the silver bolt goes in the bottom. Black one goes in the upper hole. There we go. We'll do the same thing on the other side.
At this point, the only thing left to do is to reinstall the inner fenders, screw the front bumper cover to the plastic underpinning that's under the front of the car, get the wheels and tires back on. We'll check the headlights one last time to make sure everything functions properly, and then we'll return it to the customer. I know the tail end of this, the reassembly, has been sped up because there's a lot of video. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Drop them in the comment section. And as always, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you have, make sure you've hit that notification bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video. Please like this video and share it with your friends. And I hope to see you on the next one, guys. Don't forget, get out there and get your hands dirty. You might have a little fun doing it.